Hello, my sweet and precious 8th graders. I hope you guys are doing well. We are in Saxon 3rd edition Algebra 1/2, my pre-algebra students. For those of you following along at home, this is lesson 16. We're going to be talking about exponents today. I love exponents. They are fantastic. So go ahead and if you are in my class, you need to be opening your notes to your videos section so that you can write whatever I'm writing. Make sure you're writing that down and then do those practice problems. Okay, so the deal with exponents is 4 squared. That equals 4. We want to do 4 multiplied 2 times. So 4 times 4, which equals 16. I'm going through some of these examples here. B, we have 3 to the 4th power. Guys, this is not 12. That is a very common mistake that I see. It really is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. It is 3 multiplied 4 times. If we do this, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 9 is 81. So 3 to the 4th power would be 81. This is how you would write it out for the multiplication way, and then this is how you'd write it exponentially, okay? 2 to the 3rd, guys, this is my favorite, 2 to the 3rd, because everybody thinks it's 6, but it's not. It is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. When you see 8, I don't want you to think 2 times 4, I want you to think 2 to the 3rd power, because you will see this one all the time, especially once it comes to algebra. All right, guys, so on page 59, down at the bottom, there are a couple practice problems. Go ahead and pause the video, do those, come on back, let's see that you got those correct. Okay, so, you know what? We'll do this and then we'll talk about the prime numbers. I jumped ahead a little bit. So 2 to the 6th power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times this is 64. 2 to the 6th power is 64. 1 times 1 times 1 equals, 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1. 1. 1 to the 17th power, 1. 1 to the 287th power, 1. It's my favorite too. Everything's my favorite. You guys are my favorite. Everybody's my favorite. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, right? And then I'm gonna make sure I get this right. It's 625, but I just want to double check. I see it all the time. Yeah, 625. When I start to second guess myself. 25 times 25 is 625. 625. Okay, I did skip over one of the examples, writing a number as a product of prime numbers. Write 7,056 as a product of prime numbers, which means we need to start dividing. First, straight off the bat, I want to cut this in half because it's an even number, right? So I do 7,056 divided by 2. I get 3,528. Feel free to use a calculator for these guys. Remember, prime numbers are things that can only be multiplied by itself in 1, which includes 2, okay? I'm going to cut this one in half again because I don't even know. This is 1764 and 2. I'm going to cut it in half again. I'm going to cut it in half until I get something reasonable. 882 and 2. Let's cut it in half again. 2 and 441. Well, I can't cut it in half anymore, but 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9, which means 9 goes into this number. So does 3. So I'm going to divide it by 9. Okay, 9 times 49. 9 is not prime. Oh, sorry, I'm running out of room here. That is 3 times 3. And for 49, that's 7 times 7, right? All right, so we're going to write this as a product of prime numbers. We've got to find all our 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 2 to the 4th power times, there are 2 3's down here, so that's 3 to the 2nd power, times these 2 7's, 7 to the 2nd power. That is writing it as a product of prime numbers, and go ahead and use a calculator on those guys because that's kind of a pain. All right, so if we go back to the practice problems D, it says write, I don't even know what's going on there. D, write 3,240 as a product of prime numbers. If you haven't paused the video and done that yet, give it an attempt first and then come on back. So first, straight off the bat, I'm going to cut those in half. So I get to something a little bit more manageable. If I do that, I get 2. And, I'm going to move my 2's over to this side this time. And that's a prime number, so I'm circling it. and 1620. Let's cut that in half again. 2 and 8, 10. Now 810 I can cut in half. I don't need my calculator. 405, right? So that's 2 times 405. Oh, well, in this case, I can't, this can't be cut in half, right? But it can, what's 4 plus 5 plus 0 is 9, which means 9 goes into this number. So I can divide it by 9. Gives me 45. Neither of these are prime. 9 is 3 and 3. 45 is 9 and 5. 5 is prime. This is 3 and 3. Man, this is a big number. So we got to count up all of our 2's. Guys, we always go in order. That's why I started with 2's and then 3's, 5's, whatever. 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 2 to the 3rd power. Then 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Times 5. Okay, so that would be it written as a product of prime numbers. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, great work, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you.